I recently got these new lights from Xion, that is the Modus X100. You've probably seen that in some of my other videos as well. But since I got them, I had to learn how to actually use external lighting. Now I've been working with kind of external lighting, just regular lighting inside. I've been working a lot with lighting outside, but actually using external lights and understanding the temperature and color balance and everything that goes into that was a whole new skill, as with everything you need to learn when you add a new layer to your filmmaking. So in this video, I thought I would show you 3 rookie mistakes that I've made and how I finally got it right at the end. So let's jump in to the first one. The first mistake is what you're seeing right here. Now, what I looked up on YouTube and on all the guides that I could find was you need to shoot your lights at the daylight setting, which is 5600 Kelvin. And these lights are bicolor lights, so I can change the temperature of those as well, which will become important in the next one. But for this one, I thought, okay, I'll just set it to 5600 Kelvin. From what I understood then, I had to set my camera's white balance to 5600 Kelvin as well. And I looked up a lot of videos and they never kind of mentioned this. They just mentioned that the light had to be white balanced to 5600 Kelvin, which is the same as daylight. So when I set this, I got this result that you're seeing now, where it looks very red and weird. And it took me quite a while and a lot of videos to figure out what was wrong. So with this being the first mistake that I made, I looked up a ton of YouTube videos to figure out how to get it right, which we'll get to in the end. But what was important was that putting the camera to 5600 Kelvin and the lights to 5600 Kelvin was not the right choice. So let's go to the next one. The next rookie mistake that I made was that I thought, okay, if I want some warmer light, then I need to lower the Kelvin for my lights to get that warm, nice glow. And with that, just setting my camera's white balance to 5600 Kelvin and then just lowering the temperature of all of my lights. So with doing that, I have the app here from Xion. I can just lower the temperature by a simple click. I can say tungsten lamp and that'll make it 3200 Kelvin. Now, if I did that for both of the lights, by doing this, now we have 2 lights that are very warm. Now I still have some daylight shining in from the side over here. That'll kind of give us a little bit more of cool light coming in. But overall, this looks very weird and too warm and overall not good at all. Both because the lights are way too warm compared to the temperature in my camera, but also because the lights are now way too warm. And what we usually use this for, if say for example I had a lamp in the background now, this would normally be 3200 Kelvin, and that would make sense to have another light set up to kind of emulate or give me that light on me, to sell more of the effect that the light was actually shining some light on me. But I don't have that in this scene, so just having those 2 warm lights doesn't really make much sense. So having the camera set to 5600 Kelvin and the lights to 3200 Kelvin was also not the right setup for me, even though I would love that warm glow, that warm natural glow on my skin and on my face. So that leads us to the third rookie mistake that I made. I'm actually not sure if it's a mistake or if I just haven't figured it out yet, but I thought I would mention it anyway because maybe some of you guys know what to do in the comments below, or you just get something new out of it. But I watched a few tutorials and videos on lighting as well, and what I got from it was that actually the temperature of the shadows when you're outside are a lot cooler than the temperature of the daylight or like of the pure sun. So pure sunlight will often be around 5600 Kelvin, whereas the shadows will be a lot cooler, so they will probably be around 8800 Kelvin. So if we try to emulate that, if we're setting one light to daytime and then putting it up, maximum I can go here is 6500 Kelvin. That makes the background fill light a lot more cool. And then that also illuminates my face, of course, so that is where my problem comes in. And then the other light here I set to daylight, and now everything is closer to how it's supposed to be, but my camera was still set into 5600 Kelvin, which overall was the main issue that I had. So let's dial things completely back, and with this one, I just kind of wanted to mention that having the light set up like this will still give a weird glow, and what I couldn't figure out in the beginning was why everything looked so red. Now, let me switch the camera to the right setting and let me show you exactly how I got it right. Alright, so now I've finally dialed everything in to look how it's supposed to look. And since it took me quite a long time to figure out how to get it right, I thought I would make this video, if anything, to show you my rookie mistakes and show you why you might get that red cast in some of your videos if you're using external lights and you had the same issues as I did. But what I ended up finding out from, I think, some tutorial far into the video, which this kind of is as well, I guess, was that 5200 Kelvin on the camera and then 5600 Kelvin on both the key light and the fill light was how to go about it. Now, the key light and fill light idea I kind of had already. I got that from the videos. I just thought that I would play around with making the shadows cooler, which didn't really work. But overall, setting the camera's Kelvin or temperature to 5200 Kelvin and the lights to 5600 seems to work. I still need to do a little bit of tweaking, and I'm not sure if that's the lights or the ambience in the room or what that does, but it's still a little bit too red. But I'm still playing around with things, and I might make it a little bit cooler in the future with the lights. So setting them to like 5700 Kelvin or 5800 Kelvin, just to kind of try and balance it out and see if I can get a better result. But since it was so difficult for me, I thought maybe it's worth making a video on this and show you my mistakes and show you that everything that you add, whether it's a gimbal, lights, monitor, false color, exposure, ZBrush, whatever it might be that you end up adding to your understanding and toolkit of filmmaking, then it's just another learning step, another learning curve that you have to go through to actually understand how to do it and how to use it and how to get it right. So these were my 3 rookie mistakes. The third one being a little bit weird, I know, but actually just showing you my process. And you can look back on my videos from this month, November 2023, that you can actually see some of the videos are quite red. And I didn't realize it when I was just looking at it, because when I was looking on the vector scope and seeing the skin tones, they were lying in the right place. They were just way too saturated and way too much pushed towards the red compared to the balance of everything else. So it was quite difficult to actually understand what was going on here. But having 5200 Kelvin in the camera and 5600 on the key and the fill kind of seems to make everything work the way it's supposed to. So that was my findings. I hope that if you're new to lighting, or maybe you just didn't know this, that it helped you out in some way. You can probably guide me to videos that you watched that gave you that result or that answer way faster, but we're all here to learn, so I just thought I would make this video to hopefully help some of you, and maybe some of you can teach me some things down in the comments or guide me towards what I should look at and who I should take a look into in terms of learning more about lighting, because I love learning about these things, and that's also why I was excited to make this video. So without any more rambling, I just want to end it here and thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.